Hello all, and welcome to the first installment of the Entrepreneurial Mindset YouTube channel. My name is Don, and I'll be your host. Some of you may already recognize me if you subscribe to Passive Income Connect and the Passive Income Connect podcast, and you can learn more about the topics covered in these videos more in depth by visiting www.passiveincomeconnect.com. There, you can find tips, tricks, advice, and resources to help you increase your financial IQ and learn to build wealth through small business and entrepreneurship. We also do quarterly giveaways of educational books, tools, and resources, and every Passive Income Connect subscriber is entered into all future giveaways. So, without further ado, let's begin the video, shall we? So, as the title implies, we'll be discussing the principles of modern marketing and what modes you can use to promote your business efficiently and effectively. You can also learn more about the principles discussed today in a Marketing 101 article I'll link down below. So, whether you're in the early stages of starting your business, own a business currently, or are contemplating starting a business in the near future, this video should have a lot of valuable information for you to learn and apply to experience success early on. So here's the deal. Marketing your business today is very different than it was just 20 years ago. Let's start with something obvious. Our world is changing, and it's changing fast. In fact, it is believed that there have been more advances in technology in the last 10 years than there has been in the entire last millennia. It was around the 1900s when marketing really started accelerating. Before then, marketing consisted only of black and white print advertisement and public speaking events. Until the 1900s, the telephone didn't exist. The first one was invented in 1876 by Antonio Meucci, and the technology did not become mainstream until the beginning of the 1900s. Before that, the only way to communicate with another person was to speak to them or write to them. This trend would continue for the greater side of a century. Even as telephones developed and marketers could start cold calling households, it wasn't necessarily revolutionary. As a result, marketing all the way up to the 1940s consisted mainly of print and radio advertising. Into the 1940s, a revolutionary medium was developed using a new technology called the television. At this time, televisions were small, black and white, and very, very expensive. Nonetheless, TV marketing was very effective, and it allowed businesses to market to a far broader audience with a much higher efficacy. Big businesses, that is. Small businesses did not have the capital to afford television ads, and most businesses today don't either. It was 1975 when the first personal computer was released, and people were unimpressed. At the time, the computer was just for inputting and outputting data. 1992 saw the first multimedia computer, which most closely resembles today's computers. This is when some people began to see the potential of this device as a marketing tool. Thus, in 1992, the term digital marketing was coined, and when Google released in 1998, it was a game changer. They implemented digital marketing and eventually grew into the giant that they are today. 1998 was the turning point. In 1998, most people, including many large names in business, were convinced that the computer was a fad and would soon fade away, but they couldn't have been more wrong. Over the next 20 years, computers went from being a neat fad to being the single most revolutionary tool invented by mankind. It was a game changer in the marketing world. Marketing stayed relatively the same for centuries and then completely changed in a 10-year span. Digital advertising quickly went from being the least important form of marketing to being the most important. Every man, woman, and child has access to a smartphone or computer of some sort. In 2007, when the iPhone was released, phones blew up. Now everybody has a device in their pocket that provides endless entertainment and information, and as such, marketing to mobile-based platforms has become the single most important move modern businesses can make. Nowadays, due to digital media, people see on average between 3,000 and 4,000 marketing messages every day. That is an incredible amount. But of course, you may not be surprised by those statistics because you are one of those people and fully aware of how many advertisements you see in a day. The point of this history lesson is to demonstrate just how radically different running a business is today than just 20 years ago. Many people are reluctant to adapt to new marketing techniques because the same methods have been working for their entire lifetimes. Children nowadays will not have that issue being raised with technology, but this poses a huge problem to many in the older generation who are struggling to stay in business because they're unable to change with the times. Whether you like it or not, we have entered a digital age. If you cannot adapt, you will be moved over. I like to think of it like a moving train. You can choose whether or not to accept that there is a train moving on the tracks, but it's coming anyway, and if you're standing on the train tracks, you're gonna get hit. So, what sort of strategies do I need to implement to market effectively? Well, you're going to need to be focused on 5 mediums of digital advertising, as well as 3 mediums of traditional marketing. This is what our Marketing 101 series focuses on. And in those 9 articles, we tell you about the comprehensive ins and outs of marketing your business in the digital age and how to execute them. Make sure to check the comment section below for links to that. Number 1 is print marketing. Print marketing is the OG medium. Every time you see a billboard, a magazine, a newspaper, a storefront ad, vinyl wrap, or even the Nike logo on your shoe, you are being exposed to print marketing. Print used to make up over 80% of a company's marketing strategy, but nowadays it's optimally closer to about 10 to 20%. Print marketing has its place, and without it, marketing strategies would fall short. Print marketing is certainly important for brand recognition. Print marketing can be tactile. It's marketing that someone can hold in their hand. And when people use their product, when they use your promotional items, it can be very powerful. Pens, for instance, are a popular giveaway. If someone uses your pen enough, they will continue to see your brand logo on it, and they might just be inclined to choose your brand over another due to the mere exposure effect that dictates people are more likely to recognize and have positive feelings about a product or service that they're most familiar with. Print marketing will always be king in its own way, and being creative with print marketing will set you apart from your competition immeasurably. Number 2 is content marketing. Content marketing is a very powerful tool in some industries. It will always be a comprehensive part of an overall marketing strategy, but certain companies can benefit so greatly from it that they may elect to use content marketing as their primary source of marketing. A good example of content marketing is the video you're watching right now. Some companies, like Connected Age Marketing, recognize that there is hesitation amongst prospective clients as to whether or not the firm is reputable and knowledgeable. Proven track records are simply not enough for customers nowadays. Oftentimes, a company will release free content designed to educate their viewers and demonstrate their knowledge and ability in order to attract customers. Viewers are ultimately happy because they're gaining powerful information for free, and as such, that company will benefit due to some readers deciding to use their service based on the demonstration of that knowledge. Another good example would be a company that is marketing a software solution to a problem with order tracking. If the content is informative enough and engaging enough to explain to the business owner why their current software is not sufficient by highlighting problems, then they can more efficiently sell that product by explaining how their software solves the exact problem that they were previously outlining. Content marketing is powerful, and you can guarantee that a great majority of content you have consumed yourself was a marketing tool to sell something. Number 3, video and media marketing. Videos will always outperform any other medium, but also must be implemented using the right marketing channel to maximize its efficacy. It has been statistically proven that video content is the most engaging of all. Video marketers get 66% more qualified leads per year. 72% of people would rather interact with a video rather than text, and the average user spends 88% more time on a website when there is video content. In fact, that is a primary reason for us moving to this platform. Media is fun, interactive, and memorable. When people read something, it stimulates the visual part of their brain, but when people watch a video, it stimulates the visual and auditory senses and makes the call to action considerably more memorable. Anything you can say, you can put it into video. And ultimately, the more videos you can produce, the more traffic you will expect to drive. Number 4 is social media marketing. We do live in a connected age, and that means being connected to your community. Your social media pages are how the digital world sees you. You may think that your website would be that transparency tool, but the sad reality is that people are generally reluctant to visit a business's site unless there is some explicit benefit for them. With social media, you can reach out to those people and connect with them on a daily basis on a platform they're already electing to use. Most people are on Facebook to see cat videos, but they will tolerate the occasional social post from their favorite retailer if it is engaging. They'll even tolerate the occasional ad. A surprising amount of business owners are unaware that they can actually advertise on social media. The general misconception is that by being on social media, you're advertising on social media. But ultimately, your social media page is just like your storefront. If that storefront didn't have any signage or a front door, nobody would walk in. Okay, maybe your social media is more like a secret nightclub that you have to know about to get in. When people drive down the street, they see your store. They see the sign and the window ads out front. On social media, your store is there, but people won't just see it while they're driving by. You need to tell people about it and get them excited to visit it again. However, you are doing your business a disservice if you do not have social media. You don't have to be on every platform, but at the very least, you should be on Facebook. Then I would say Instagram, LinkedIn, maybe Twitter, depending on the business. But you're gonna want to check off the Facebook. Instagram integrates a lot with Facebook, so you can kind of kill two birds with one stone there. And ultimately, if you're not on social media, you are leaving money sitting on the table. At the very least, get Facebook. Number 5, search engine marketing. Have you heard of this company called Google? I sure hope so. If not, then we need to go back a few steps because there's some sort of communication breakdown here. Search engine marketing has a lot of aspects. We like to call it Google marketing because nobody really uses the other search engines. As of this year, Google holds a 74.54% market share over its 6 competitors. A small search engine called Badui, I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm probably saying that wrong. Badui holds 14.69% of that share. Meaning that Bing, Yahoo, DuckDuckGo, and AOL split a meager 10% market share. Google is probably the most powerful entity on the planet, but let's not get on to that discussion right now. For now, it's important to realize that the most digital marketing that occurs is either caused by or tracked by Google. If you're doing search engine marketing, you're doing Google marketing. And there are 2 parts to this as well. There is what you can see and what you don't see. Ads are what you see. And Google makes sure your ads are put into the right place and you pay them. Simple as that. I mean, not really as simple as that, but for right now, let's just move on with that. The second part that you don't see is called SEO. SEO, search engine optimization, is the art of fiddling with the code behind your website in order to gain higher rankings with search engines and allow them to communicate with Google much easier. Google will essentially promote your website for free if they know what your website is about and what's in it, which is the point of SEO. Without SEO, your website is mute and cannot tell Google what it's about. Why would Google refer somebody looking for painting services to a nondescript mute who may or may not own a business of some kind? It is very important, much more important than many people realize. Number 6, email marketing. Emails are so 1998. Am I right? Who am I? Meg Ryan? No. Well, I've got mail for you. It's news. It's the news that email marketing is one of the most important things you can do today. Emails are important, and email marketing is no longer just a dear Mr. So-and-so, I blah 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 blah, buy my thing. Modern email marketing can contain graphics, designs, and a whole host of fun interactive features. An email address is much more than an email address. It's a direct connection to you and your customer. And chances are, they have to use that email for a bunch of other things that do not involve marketing. At the very least, they have to see your message and delete it in order to keep their inbox open. A lot of people will read engaging content if it catches their attention right away, but even the people that don't, the message will at least see the sender. Even if they see the message and delete it immediately, they saw that you sent it. And going back to the mere exposure effect, people will be exposed to your brand, which means they will remember it. The people that do read your email are once again primed to see your offer. And if you send them that coupon, sales notification, or anything else that catches their attention and benefits them, then you have a serious chance of converting them into a customer or even a repeat customer. The best part is that you can send them emails forever. Most people don't want to deal with cycling through fake emails, so they just keep the one they have. They can always unsubscribe to your emails, but people oftentimes don't, and they'll keep seeing your content for years to come. Number 7, radio and television. This is traditional advertising. As mentioned earlier, radio and television marketing have traditionally been the most effective forms of advertising, and that can still certainly be said of television advertising. Video is always going to be the most memorable form of advertising, and when placed alongside your favorite television show, it is a recipe for high conversions. Nowadays, media is starting to mesh with traditional television advertising, and platforms like YouTube are beginning to gain popularity, threatening the big television networks. In fact, some people, myself included, hypothesize that big cable and satellite will be extinct in the coming decades. With Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, etc., the desire for shows with time slots that are 30% ads, rigid scheduling, and over $100 per month is becoming slim to none. Currently, you can run video ads on YouTube for a very reasonable amount of money, and Netflix will likely be hopping on that bandwagon. However, for now, big cable is astoundingly still dominating television advertising, and your best bet for huge reach and high conversions is television, especially for those of an older generation. TV ads may not reach younger viewers as well, so keep that in mind. Radio is always going to be a safe bet. While a tad pricey, radio ads still do carry a very high reach with somewhat detailed demographic targeting, and some companies have done a very good job of making radio commercials memorable and enjoyable. How about this? Red Robin. And that's where you go, yum. Yeah, I knew you knew it. Number 8. Networking. This is about as old-fashioned as it gets. Networking has been around for a while. While this is not traditionally recognized as marketing, we'll show you just how far-reaching this can get. It's not about what you know, but who you know. Not only can networking lead to some very lucrative marketing ideas, but the connections themselves can prove very useful later on. Connected Age marketing focuses heavily on networking because some unique opportunities can come from it. Businesses from entirely different markets can collaborate and draw in whole new sets and types of customers without spending any money. Partnerships form and new business ideas hatch. So, there you have it, the sum of modern marketing efforts. Now I've touched a bit on each topic, but what if you would like to dive more in depth into the subject? Good news! We've teamed up with the great folks at Connected Age Marketing to produce a 10-part series on this exact topic, where we go into much detail on each of the principles listed here. Check out that link in the section below. As for today's video, that will wrap it up. If you found value in today's video, hit me with a thumbs up and consider subscribing. This was our first video here, so let me know in the comments below how I did and what I may be able to improve upon. I'm so happy to finally be on this platform, and if you like what I have to say, you can catch me at PassiveIncomeConnect.com and the Passive Income Connect podcast. For now, this is Don, signing out. Goodbye.